Honorable Mr. Agus Cahyono Adi, Director Bureau of Communication, Public Information Services and Cooperation, Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, Republic of Indonesia. Mr. Norihiro Kimura, Senior Negotiator for Climate Change, Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, Japan. Mr. Oki Muraza, Senior Vice President, Teknologi and Innovation, PT Pertamina Indonesia. Mr. Rusyawan Anis, Ambika Institute Indonesia, and distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good afternoon. Firstly, I am delighted to extend my warm greeting to all of you as you all gather at the Indonesia Pavilion COP29 in the vibrant city of Baku, Azerbaijan. Baku City is known as Azerbaijan's scientific, cultural, and industrial center, and it lies on the southern shore of the Absheron Peninsula. I apologize for being unable to join you in Baku for personal reasons. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, carbon capture and storage, or known as CCS, is a technology that captures carbon dioxide emission from sources like power plants and industrial processes, including oil and gas, before they reach the atmosphere. The capture of CO2 is then transported and stored underground in geological formations, such as depleted oil and gas fields or deep saline aquifers. In short, CCS can prevent millions of tons of CO2 from entering the atmosphere and contributing to global warming. CCS is not just a technology breakthrough, it is a fundamental part of the global toolkit required to meet the Paris Agreement climate goal. According to the International Energy Agency, CCS could account for up to 15% of the global emission reduction needed by 2050 to keep global warming below 2 degrees Celsius. Despite significant progress in developing renewable energy resources, coal remains an essential part of the country's energy mix. This reality underscores the need for practical solutions such as CCS to reduce emissions while still meeting the energy needs of our growing population. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia is the world's largest archipelagic country, and according to the law of number 9, 1996 on maritime territory of Indonesia, there are of 17,508 islands are officially listed islands within the territory of Republic of Indonesia. As of 2023, 17,024 islands have been named by Geospatial Information Agency and published in the Indonesian Gazetteer. Furthermore, Indonesia is geographically well positioned to become a CCS hub. The country has vast geological formation ideal for CO2 storage, such as offshore oil and gas reservoirs and deep saline aquifers. This gives Indonesia a unique advantage in harnessing CCS technology for national emission reduction goals and as potential exporter of CCS services to the region. As stated in our NDCs, the government of Indonesia has committed to reducing greenhouse gases emission by 31.89% against business as usual scenario through its own effort or unconditionally, and up to 43.2% with necessary international assistance conditional by 2030 in order to reduce climate change related risks. Of the 31.89% unconditional target, 17.2% will be achieved through the forestry sector. CCS could become an alternative way to achieve NDCs. The enhanced NDC describes heightened action and the necessary enabling environment that has laid the foundation for more ambitious goals, contributing to the concerted effort to prevent 2 degrees Celsius increase in global average temperature and to pursue effort to limit the temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial levels. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there are challenges to the adoption of CCS in Indonesia. Firstly, financial investment. The capital costs for CCS infrastructure, such as the capturing of CO2, transporting it, and securely storing it, are significant. Partnership with the private sectors, international financial institutions, and multilateral organizations will be crucial to scaling up CCS technology. Secondly, regulatory framework. A robust legal and regulatory framework is essential to ensuring the safety and effectiveness of CCS projects. Indonesia will need to establish clear policies that govern the entire CCS process, from permitting to long-term monitoring and liability management. Thirdly, public perception. The success of CCS will depend not only on technology, but also on public trust. Engaging communities, particularly those near potential CO2 storage sites, will be vital in ensuring that CCS projects are met with understanding and support. On the other side, the opportunities are equally significant. Firstly, job creation. The development and deployment of CCS technologies could create thousands of new jobs in the field of research, engineering, and operation. Indonesia's growing workforce could benefit from these new green jobs, which align with the country's effort to boost its economy while reducing carbon emissions. Secondly, technology transfer and innovation. By investing the CCS, Indonesia has the potential to become a leader in this field, attracting investment, expertise, and technological innovation. We can partner with global leaders in CCS and learn from their experiences to build a homegrown solution. Thirdly, sustainable development. Indonesia's commitment to reducing deforestation and preserving its rich biodiversity is well known. CCS can complement this effort by ensuring that emission reductions are achieved across sectors, while protecting the environment for future generations. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia is already making strides in the development of CCS. In recent years, we have seen several pilot projects initiated by both the public and private sectors. These early efforts are critical in demonstrating the viability of CCS in Indonesia's unique context. To accelerate the development of CCS, we need to focus on firstly, research and development. Continued investment in R&D to improve the efficiency, scalability, and affordability of CCS technology is essential. Indonesia can partner with international research institutions and private companies to drive innovation in CCS technology. Secondly, policy support. The government must create a clear and supportive policy environment, including incentives for private sector investment, carbon pricing mechanism, and funding for demonstration projects. Public-private collaboration is key to scaling up CCS. Finally, regional cooperation. Southeast Asia is one of the regions most vulnerable to the impact of climate change. Indonesia can play a central role in regional CCS cooperation, helping other nations adopt similar technologies and contributing to the collective emission reduction. In closing, the implementation of carbon capture and storage in Indonesia is not just an environmental necessity. It is an economic and social opportunity. It is a chance for Indonesia to embrace a green future, reduce its carbon footprint, and position itself as a leader in the global fight against climate change. From today's talk show in the Indonesia Pavilion, we want to see from the other perspective in implementation of CCS in the future. Thanks again for the source person who provide their expertise today, and we hope that we can formulate and anticipate the CCS implementation in Indonesia. Let us seize this moment. Let us work together, government, industry, and civil society, to accelerate the development and deployment of CCS technologies. By doing so, we will not only protect our environment, but also create a sustainable future for generations to come. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.